Cicero, Disputationes Tusculanae, Episode 11. Annis ferdere quingenti decem post Romam conditam, Livius fabulam dedit, Gaio Claudio, Caecifilio, Marco Tuditano consulibus, anno ante natum ennium, qui fuit maior natu quam Plautus et Naevius. Cicero now concludes this section. He says, almost 500 years after Rome was founded, Livy, this is Andronicus, in fact, Livius Andronicus, the first Roman author, Livy gave us storytelling, fabulam, or the stage, perhaps. This was during the reign of Gaius Claudius, who was the son of Caecus, and Marcus Tuditanus when they were consuls. And it was in the year before the birth of Ennius. Ennius, who was older than Plautus and Naevius. So there's a quick translation. Let's analyze it. He begins with annis, which is going to be masculine plural and ablative. This will be ablative of time within which, or a point of time. Remember, there are three ways to express time in Latin. We use the accusative for duration, and we use the ablative for both point of time and time within which. Then we have the adverb ferdere. It was almost 510 years. So this is the numeral 510, which would be written longhand, pronounced longhand, as quingenti decem, or perhaps quingenti et decem. It would also be common to put this into a kind of ordinal numeral, but that would be quingentesimo decimo, but with the plural here, we will think that it is cardinal numerals. So it was almost ferdere in 510 years, quingenti et decem annis, after Rome was founded. So post Romam conditam, post, of course, the preposition that takes the accusative, so Romam conditam, feminine singular, and accusative from the verb condo, condere, condidi, and conditus. Condidi, the third principal part, conditus aum is the fourth. So in 510 years almost after Rome was founded, Livius fabulam dedit. Here is our subject, masculine singular nominative, and this is, as I said, Livius Andronicus, who supposedly came to Rome around 240 and died in around 204. We don't know, however, when he was born. So Livius is the subject, fabulam is the direct object, and dedit, of course, is the verb. Dedit is from do, dardre, and this is actually a short a, it's irregular, dedi, and datus aum. So this one, dedit, will be third singular perfect. Third singular perfect, indicative, and active. Livy put on a play, or he wrote a legend, he wrote a tale, fabulam. And when did this happen? Well, 500 years, right? Almost 500 years after Rome was founded, so 753, 510 years. 753 minus 510 would give us 243 BC. So this is one of the ways that Livius Andronicus, this is how his life is dated based on this reference from Cicero. So it happened during the reigns of Gaius Claudius. So this C stands for Gaio. It's an unusual spelling, but that's how it's done in Latin. Claudio, and he is Caeci, masculine singular genitive, filio. He's the son. So filio also goes with Gaio and is therefore masculine singular ablative. And then he is the son of Caecus, who is in the genitive. So not only are we told that it's 500 years after Rome was founded, but it happened during the consulships of Gaius Claudius, the son of Caecus, and Marcus Tuditanus. So what is this? This will be one large ablative absolute. Where is the participle? Well, of course, the participle is some form of esse, and since esse does not exist, it can't be added. So this kind of, I mean to say, since the participle of esse does not exist in the classical period, it's not added. So this form of the ablative absolute is simply the noun, and then other nouns, Gaio Claudio and Marco Tuditano, with one noun standing in apposition or as the predicate of another with this implied participle of esse. So while those gentlemen were consuls, and it was in the year anno, so here is our ablative of point of time, ablative of point of time, and this is masculine singular ablative. It was in the year ante natum Ennium, before Ennius was born. Notice the parallelism here. Annis post Romam conditam, anno ante natum Ennium. So these are both masculine and singular and accusative. So this now gives us a way to date the birth of Ennius. If Livius Andronicus came to Rome and published his story around 243 or so, and this was a year before Ennius was born, that means Ennius was born in about 242. Many historians say he was born in 239. And he was older than qui fuit maior, who, meaning Ennius, fuit, that's perfect, who was older in birth, maior natu, there's the masculine singular ablative fourth declension noun, than both Plautus and Naevius. And these two poets, masculine singular and nominative. So this particular sentence, not all that complicated. We have here the main structure, Livius fabulam dedit. We have a lot of modification telling us the time that things took place, and we have a subordinate clause right at the end modifying Ennium. And here are the supposed dates of birth and death for the poets Plautus and Naevius. All these lovely names of various Romans from history: Gaius Claudius, Marcus Tuditanus, Livius, Ennius, Plautus, and Naevius. Thank you so much for watching this free video. I hope that you learned a lot about the classical languages and advanced your knowledge and enjoyment. You can help us keep going with this instruction if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've had hundreds of thousands of views in the last 9 years, and we would really like to grow our number of subscribers. If you hit the little bell, you will be notified every time we release a brand new free instructional video. You can also check out one of my Latin or Greek courses at LatinPerDiem.com if you'd like to study Latin and Greek with me directly. So keep learning, and vale tote omnes.